Welcome back to the Better LAN, sponsored by Zowie, covered by Team Fortress TV. I'm Ryushi, and we've replaced Sideshow. That's right, he's gone, he's out, we don't want him anymore. No, I'm just kidding, he's gone for a quick break, because he has been casting for a long time, and he's going to be coming back later on, so it's just me, and it's going to be TurboTabs with you for this next game, and possibly into the next one as well. I'm not quite sure how long we're going to last, but it's not really a proper game, Turbo, is it?
No, I guess it's more of a showcase, really. We're just going to showcase the team that everybody's just itching to see. Of course, I'm talking about Garaz. No,
yep,
okay, I'm kidding. We're actually talking about Mike's team, Admirable's team, the team that has crossed borders to be here today, and hopefully try and win that prize.
Yeah, definitely. We've just sort of jumped into the last round one match, which is between Garaz and Mike's team. They've just finished the first map. It was a really close, intense map, 5-4. Mike's team just winning out at the last second. You believe me, Turbo? Because I'm not believing myself.
Well, has the first map already been played?
It has already been played. Yeah,
I didn't know they were that good. My God, Mike is so proficient.
We skipped Gully Wash, it was a 5-0 roll, so we're going to see what they can pull out on Viaduct. See if we can just sort of have a look at the players. These guys are sort of, tipped to win, would you say? I would say they are. I would say they're the best team there. Let's just see what other teams like ISF and 403 can say about that in later rounds, but guys are what everyone thinks is going to win. They've got Mike, they've got Nookie, they've got Admirable, even though he's probably going to drop. But we'll have a look at those, and then as soon as the ISF versus 403 game starts, we're going to pop straight over there, hopefully. It depends, there's possibly more delays, we're not quite certain what's going to go on, so we might actually just get to the end of this map and then go back to the music, depends how things go. But it's good to give Sideshow a break, and we'll cast what's going to happen for this here. And I'm sure we can talk about prizes, we've got plenty of things to talk about, plenty of people to shout out to as well, haven't we, Turbo?
Oh yeah, we've got a plethora of things to talk about. We can go straight into it, but before we do that, let's just quickly go over these rosters of both teams, and then maybe we'll talk a bit more into the nitty-gritty about the prizes.
Yeah, okay, so of course we've got Mike's team. I don't know if that's just going to have the rosters thing, so sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, I'm not quite certain, but we've got Mike's team, which is appropriately called Mike+5. Sensitive to those sort of things, but it's got Admirable on demo, Mike on
Admirable on demo,
Admirable on medic, sorry, Mike on demo, Evoke on pockets, Crochet, I don't know how to say that.
Oh, I like Crochet. Yeah, Crochet sounds good.
Roma, and Rock and Nookie bring in the scout pairing. And Garaz, the pub team, which have turned up to. Props to them. They're probably going to get drunk. I would. They are Neutronus, Zekron, Happy Crow, Gabby, Justice, and TurboTabs. I'm not quite certain what classes they're playing. If it is indeed the one playing on.
You alright, man? Are you lagging a bit? Or
no.
Am I lagging out?
No, I'm just not using my words properly.
Well, on the Garaz team, we've got... Wow, these are some interesting names. I can only see that as like Extremus or something like that. Justice, Happy Crow, Zekron, and Neutronus. So, respectively, Exodus will be playing the medic. They have a mystery demo man, which is very unique. It seems the current demo man for that team, Dukas or something like that, is dodge the LAN, I'm afraid. So they're going to have to swap in some demo mans here and there. So you might see some mystery guests appearing, and I don't know, this mystery guest could bring out almost like a carrying role for this team.
Well, I don't know who it is actually, because from what we've got in game, we've got two names who I don't recognise, which is Gabby and TurboTabs. So either of those could be Extremus and the mystery demo, but I'm not quite sure which one is Extremus, which is useful.
Which port are we on anyway, by the way?
101.
Okay, I'm trying to hunt down this thing, and I'm delaying time.
I assumed you were still in server. No worries.
Oh, no.
Well, they haven't quite started yet, but they have finally just got 12 on, so we should be going live soon. But we can see just going to be watching the +5 cam. We don't really expect much out of Garaz. Props to them for turning up, and I'm sure they're going to have a fun time. But their destiny, I think, is to be defeated in this first round.
You never know, man. This might be the comeback of the century. They might be the little gamers that could.
The little gamers that could, indeed.
You don't know, but
I don't. It's true. But we just thought we'd fill some time by seeing this team and talking about the sponsors as well.
But yeah,
hopefully.
All right. I'm satisfied. We've gone through the rosters. Let's have a quick look at these prizes, the real gems that.
Yeah, keep going, Turbo.
The gems that they are playing for. So in first place, provided lovely by Zoe and GG Well Played. We've got 6 Zoe EC2 Evo Black Gaming mice, as well as a 60% cash prize. Second place with also 6. Is it Camend wire cable management devices and 30% of the cash prize. Third place, 6 Zoe NCM blue mouse mats and 10% of the cash prize. But finally, fourth and fifth place, just to kind of lower the blow slightly of the bitter defeat, it will be some keys provided by TF2 Pickup and whitelist.tf. Very nice of those guys, shout out to them. But if you end up in that 7th place or that 8th place, well, you're going to walk away with nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate, but you've had the LAN experience though, and that's what it's all about. Now they did actually go live while you were talking, but not much happened on middle other than Garaz getting wiped. So
thank you for sparing me the embarrassment.
I didn't really bother interrupting you. I didn't think there was any point. But it was just some good headshots from Nuki, and now still getting some damage. Evoking and Croce is going to team up. Mikey does in fact go down there, and now there's a scout onto Admirable, but he's not going to be able to do anything. I would be surprised if Admirable dropped in here, but I wouldn't put it past him knowing Admirable.
Yeah, maybe we should go above and beyond in this match and expect perfection coming out of Mike's team. See, maybe this, but with a player like Admirable, that would be a difficult thing to do. He is quite the little drop machine.
But indeed, there is going to be a scout onto him at the moment. He does get forced by Neutronas there, so some good plays coming out of Garaz. They're not completely out of it yet, but they don't manage to get anything other than the force. They got a frag onto the pocket, but I don't think that's going to be anything more. Mike actually gets a little bit forward and does get taken down by the demo, so getting a couple of damage onto it, getting some bit of damage.
They're rolling in with this full Uber advantage. They just come straight into the point. They try and focus down the frags immediately, but all of Mike's team has just backed out. Well, in saying that, Rock has just walked straight back in. He must have heard me saying that and just went, "Fuck you, TurboTabs, I'll do what I want," and went back in and died. Same with Nuki as well. These scouts, you can't just seem to control them.
Well, scouts that you can control just... No, I've never played with a scout that I can control.
Well, you see another push coming out from Mike's team now. They're just opting to go from this cliff-down side here now. The initial jump comes out from Happy Crow, but he gets shut down almost immediately. He only really contributes a tiny bit of damage. Not really worth the Roamer's life in that way. Now they just claimed this point for free, really. Sure, they had a slight Uber advantage, but they didn't have the Uber quite yet, and they were just too eager to give that up. And now Gabby, on top of all that, just got sniped by Nuki here, who's just having a field day on Sniper. And now that they're just trying to consolidate the losses and get that medic pick or force out of Admirable. But with all this talent on Mike's team, how is he going to get forced anytime soon?
Well, they're getting close to him, but they're not really doing any damage to him. He does take a little bit, but finds that health pack and gets himself back up to full. And Nuki finishing off the last player of Garaz with a nice little body shot there. So once again, they hold on to the point. They only 45 seconds left in this first round. They've got a hold. I mean, so. They're not really taking a forward hold, which I expected them to do. I mean, we saw 403 in the previous match taking a really strong forward hold against a team that was objectively worse than them. So I'm wondering why Mike's team isn't doing that. I mean, it's not that hard to do. There is going to be a scout onto Admirable, does get taken down. and they're really just sacrificing so many players onto him to try and kill him.
Well, I guess they have to at this point of the game, and I think they sit all the way back just to really take advantage of Nuki here on Sniper. It's all well and good doing that forward hold, but if you've got a nice Sniper, he's not putting much use into those choke points. You need to let them into the arena so they can just get blasted down.
Yeah, well, TurboTabs calling out 1v1 melee at mid Mike. So this could be something that we get to see. I don't know if Mike's gonna agree to it, but it would be nice to see.
And this is LAN as well. If he backs out, he
did.
He would be embarrassed.
Both of them didn't agree to it, so they're both spam stickies. But Nuki's going to get the first pick onto Neutronus, and now the demo man for Garaz does go down. They're just losing 3 players in quick succession. The medic, a little bit too far forward, hasn't taken any damage though, does manage to get out. And now it's just Justice and Gabby left alive. Justice, I don't know where he is. I think he backed out with his medic, so it's going to be a 3 point for Mike's team after a convincing middle from them.
Man, this is some very laid-back gaming coming out of Mike's team here. They don't really seem to push the issue, apart from when they get the objective. Really, when you've got the advantage on paper, you want to take advantage of it, eat even more away at that team, but they're just fine. It's like, oh, we've got the midpoint, that's cool, and we've got our Nuki insurance on Sniper, but now the Uber finally comes out. They do drop Rock during the midst of all that, so there will be a slight player advantage coming out for Garaz. There we go. That was the team name I was looking for. But in saying that, they do have a spy, so can't really put much use to all that player advantage when you've got an invisible player who shows no presence in the team to really offer. But it don't really need that stinking spy, and they just go in and just pick them off one by one. Very well played by Garaz, going against the grain of what we think, anyways.
Yeah, definitely. And they've still got the spy up of Zekrom, so he is going to be just destroying those backlines if he can get in behind and find Admirable. But
has he got a pick yet?
I don't know where he is. I can't seem to find him. He finally found him.
He's coming up behind Admirable now on this cliff, and Admirable is none the wiser. He's he just turns around at the last second. All that time, it could have been paid off. It could have been worth it. But just the look of the Irish, Ryu.
Yeah, indeed. Turning at, every time I play Spy, that seems to happen to me. So I don't know. Maybe it's just my unluckiness. But everyone, Nuki gets a big headshot onto Gabby there. Garaz are not going to be able to push now. Gonna just try and suicide for Admirable once again, but they're not even going to be able to get across the point before like 3 rockets hit them. Nuki finding Zekrom as well. Ooh. Now it's just the demo of TurboTabs left alive. He's going to try for the bomb in. He's going to try and find Admirable. Going to get one pipe onto him. Does force out Admirable.
Anyway, okay.
Fair enough.
And then I felt like there was a good millisecond that just passed, and then the Admirable went, yeah, okay, and clicked the Zuba button.
Yeah, it must have been.
Very strange coming out from the Irish medic, but waste not, want not. So they've used the Uber, they've got the slight advantage, but they just seem so confident in this. And plus, you've got one of the best snipers at the tournament sniping on this mid. I would still be very sheepish to push, especially with that sort of opening pick onto the demo man. How scary!
Yeah, indeed. Getting another one there onto Zekrom as well. Nuki going for getting 2 in that push. Looking for more as well, so he's going to be a big factor for Mike+5. It's later on in the tournament as well, when we get into the sort of ISF and 403 territory. Going to be big.
Yeah, it was very strange, that push. It seems like the medic saw his demo man go down in that snipe earlier, and then went, nope, okay, this game is over. I'm going back to spawn, and then everybody just died one by one. It didn't even look like a big sack play where they just tried to go for the medikit. They just weren't communicating on what was going on with one another. And now, even during all of that, Admirable actually recovered back the deficit he had, and yeah, there's nothing they can really threaten them with right now.
Yeah, Mike's just destroying people solo at the moment. He's there's going to be a demo taunting of TurboTabs on the point, not quite on the point, but that's going to take us to 2 rounds for Mike+5, and well, pretty much what we expected. Nuki going huge on that sniper rifle. Mikey top damaging and probably, I don't know, top top fragging, I guess. He's at the top of the leaderboard above his medic.
He's even beating Admirable on the medic, who stayed alive for a lot of this as well. So, no, not exactly a small feat.
Yeah, there is going to be a sniper once again of Nucky. I don't think he's switched off yet. He's going to find himself another kill onto TurboTabs, the demo of Garaz, and just pretty much a steamroll here. They don't look like they're really playing too seriously from Mike's team. And I think we'll see a lot stronger play out of them in the later stages of this tournament. But as it is at the moment, Rocky's just going to run in, find a frag against 2 scouts, then starts dueling the next one. Can he kill him at this point? Yeah, there's going to be some help from Evoke of the soldier to jump in and take that frag down. So that's both scouts down for Garaz. They're going to be trying to get onto Admirable. They do force the pop out of him and drop Rocky, so that's going to be pretty good for them, but I don't think there's anything they can really do out of it, as just so much damage coming out of Crochet.
Yeah, Crochet just went straight in there, regardless of the fact that his team backed out, and just went into a full lineup of 5 players. Absolutely no respect coming out from Mike's team right now onto this Garaz team. But they have the Uber, and they've got Uber straight in. Mike just does a very nice serve to back out of that, and now the soldier's getting absolutely torn to pieces for even thinking he could touch the godlike person that is Michael. I don't even know his last name, so I can't really take full advantage of this, but still. How dare he?
It's Mikey A, apparently. Mikey A. Crochet's going to hit a nice air shot onto that scout of Neutronas, and then finishes him off with another quick second rocket. And Garaz just looking to, I don't know what they're doing. They're just running around, just looking for frags, looking to get some logs, big air shots.
He bleeds. He's gone down. Maybe this is the time to push. You finally kept Mike down. This is the moment. This is where the comeback starts.
You could be right. They're flooding onto the point. They've got that demo coming in right now. Nucky not managing to hit any headshots so far, but is he going to be able to at some point? I don't know. Neutronas is going to be the first frag, but they get Crochet for it, so it's a trade. It's going to be a point for Garaz here, and Mike's actually maybe going to get caught out here. He's really low. Does get the Uber popped onto him, so they're just going to rush forward with this Uber, but Gabby's a long way away, I think, right now, so they could be in a really good position to re-push this. I say that they lose their demo, they lose their pocket.
They backed out there, they kind of sacrificed the demo and their pocket. The pocket looked very sacrificed, he just didn't even think about Rocket jumping out. He just thought, yeah, I'll just hang out here, take one for the team, and we'll go back, lick our wounds, come back in with this fresh piping Uber, see what we can get done. As in saying that, one scout doesn't even need the Uber, he just walks straight in, and now they've well in the thick of it. Even Mike can't take on, invincibility, and he gets taken out. As long with his scout buddy and his roaming buddy as well.
Yeah, now with Nucky getting fragged as well. Admirable's the only one left alive. He does manage to make it out in that fight, but he's gonna have 50% advantage as well. So when they push, they're gonna push from this left-hand side, looking pretty strong together. They've got the pocket, they've got the demo.
Oh. They have the scout hiding here, Neutronas. Maybe get the pick onto Crochet, but he couldn't in the end. Shame. Just the DM skill leaking out there. And now the fight still rages on. It seems they're just winning out all this from these little DM fights and very good, almost kiting and what's the word I'm looking for? Surfing. There we go. I've seen a lot of big surfs coming out, especially from Mike, who really understands the prowess and advantages you can use with that. But it seems I'm tooting Mike's horn all the time, but how can I not when he's just getting kills by himself when a scout's got him dead to right?
Yeah, Nucky finds another headshot from halfway across the map, playing those sight lines really nicely there. Just frags all over the place.
Evoke just goes straight in, forces them. No big deal.
What, on their last?
Yeah, on their last.
Oh dear.
Probably the worst place ever in TF2 to get forced from.
Yeah, but, and now they try to come out. Uber gets popped onto Mike, just doing damage to everyone. Gabby did make it out alive after that. So.
Justice and Zach are just behind him now, but Snooky just doesn't care.
Just turns and headshots like it's just another day in the office.
I say, if he gets this scout, I will go absolutely berserk.
Just another day in the office for Nuki. That brings us to 3-0 and the victory for this map, so it doesn't look like the ISF and 403 match has started yet. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. I think we're going to go to some music. I guess we could look at logs.
Yeah, let's have a look at the carnage. Why not?
Let's see what happened.
Because I'm trying to find them here.
Don't think it's been uploaded.
I don't think the logs are even enabled onto the server.
Wonderful. Okay, we can't even look at logs.
Maybe for the best not to, I guess, intimidate the other teams with all this outright carnage coming out from Nuki, Mike, Rock, pretty much all the players, except maybe Admirable. But I guess if we've got some time, we can start delving into these other shout-outs that we have. We can start thanking all these people for all the wonderful work they've been doing this LAN.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You've got the list, I think.
Yeah, I've got the list right here. We've already quickly delved into sponsors and whatnot. I love the sponsors, but I'm not gonna, sugarcoat or overcoat it, saturate our audience. So I just want a quick shout out to Admirable, who wrote out a couple articles onto teamfortress.tv. You can find them right there. They'll be probably the most recent ones there. You can introduce yourself to the new teams, have a quick look into the Eyes of the Lamb, quick introduction. But also we want to thank, I'm going to butcher this name, but the promotional video by Salad Uton. Ugh. Never asked me to do some French words, but yeah, he provided a very nice promotional video, very hyping stuff coming out from him. But we've also got a lovely info show frag vid from the previous LAN that Huey organised. Big shout out to Huey as well. This frag video was done by Ortis, so big shout out to him. And finally, actually no, there's still more. There's still more people to thank for Ryushi. We've got Syke, who also designed 3 lovely medals, or 4 medals, including the participation medal, for first, second, and third place. They look very swanky. Maybe you can find some images on there on some of Admirable's articles. But also, we've got to finally thank Free Flow for his promotional poster for the event. So whether it was a frag video or just a poster or an article, we just want to thank everybody out there. All right, okay, I'm done.
I think also to add on to that, I think we've got to thank Sideshow, who's been organising all the Team Fortress TV casts and has been dedicated to start at 8:30 in the morning on a Saturday.
Hey, well, I started at that time as well.
And you as well, yeah. No, I was getting to you. I was getting to you, Turbo. Come on. He's organised everything. He's got casters, he's got streamers all set up, and thanks to Turbo for starting early, filling in after it was supposed to be Ali, but his internet crashed. So
stop it.
We're only we're not even halfway through right now. We've still got tons left to play. I don't know when it's going to be played though. That is the thing.
Hello. I got disappeared amongst you. Is that what you're about to say?
I say the golden boy is returned.
Yeah.
Right. I have just come to inform the stream. Sorry, stealing your thunder a little bit just at the end here. That the next game that we are likely to cast is going to be, again, following Mike+5 as they move along the upper bracket and come toe-to-toe against TurboTabs. That is going to be on Badlands and Snakewater with losers pick if we have to go to a decider. And I think that's the next game we're going to cover, because this ISF game against 403, which is going to be an absolute stonker of a game, has actually been delayed again further. So I think we're going to bring you the Mike+5 against TurboTabs, but we just need to get sorted out for that. So I don't know whether you want to go to a break or whether you want to carry on. It just depends whether you're prepared to keep talking TurboTabs and